What's good, you beautiful YouTube world? It's your girl May Flowers and welcome to today's video. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the little red button down there and subscribe to my channel. In today's video, it's all about me. Fun facts about me that you might not have already known. I've talked a little bit about myself, but they're kind of spread out amongst a bunch of videos, so I figured I'd take it all and just shove it into one video for you so you can learn more about me and then I can learn more about you. First fun fact of the day, I am 31 years old. I was born and raised on Long Island, New York. 631! I used to have a really thick Long Island accent, and now it's pretty much gone. I mean, there's certain words that I have trouble pronouncing without my accent. Give me like 10 minutes with my family and it's like back like this. Partly because Kate doesn't have much of an accent and I've been around her for the past 7 years now, and we moved down to Florida in 2012, so I wasn't really around it much and it's kind of gone away a little bit. I wasn't always vegan, and I definitely wasn't always raw vegan. It took a long time for me to establish a raw vegan diet. First I went vegetarian, and I was vegetarian for about 3 years, and then I moved on to being vegan. Then once I was vegan, I dabbled with a raw vegan diet. I was extremely hesitant at first. I had a really hard time sticking to a raw food diet. It wasn't until I persisted and noticed a huge difference in my life altogether. I had so much more energy, and I know I've talked about this in my past videos, and the best way I know how to describe how I feel and how I felt changing over was that I had the energy of like my 10-year-old self again. Raw food for the win. I've done several juice cleanses in my life, 2 14-day juices and a 21-day juice cleanse, who I was inspired by Johnny Juicer. Most of you know him, he is amazing, and if you don't, you should definitely go check him out. I hate cheese. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me right. I am one of those cheese-hating people. Before I was vegan, like, I'm like probably one of the only Italians out there that doesn't like cheese. Oh, my grandma almost disowned me over this. She doesn't care that I'm gay. She cared that I didn't like cheese. Making the switch over to veganism was actually rather easy for me because I already hated cheese, and most of the time that's what holds people back from going vegan, is that they can't cut the cheese out. So sorry, I cannot relate to you cheese-loving people out there. I despise cheese. It is so gross. Ew. Go! I have an older sister who's 2 years older than me, and I have a younger brother who is 2 years younger than me. My older sister is married with a beautiful baby, and my little brother is gay, just like me. He's actually getting married in September, and I'm so excited. Congratulations, Sean and John. It's gonna be a great time. I'm gonna film it, we're gonna vlog it, it's gonna be wonderful. And yes, I am gay. Ta-da! If you couldn't tell by now, I am gay. I came out when I was 19 years old. I had my first girl experience when I was 19, and my coming out experience was actually really smooth, and I had total love and support from my entire family. However, it didn't make it any easier for me to come out, and I was actually like terrified. I started crying when I came out to my mom, and my mom was like, Mimi, I always knew you were gay. I'm like, thanks, Mom. As a homosexual, some people don't like to label themselves, and I totally support that. I do not think you have to label yourself, and I would consider myself a lesbian. I am also very androgynous. I feel like my personality sways in the middle. Sometimes I feel a little bit more feminine, sometimes I feel a little bit more masculine. I guess it just really depends on my mood. Before I discovered music, I discovered football. And this is a weird, random fact, but I love football. And I actually wanted to be the first girl to play in the NFL when I was like 7 years old. I didn't really understand, like, you know. Anywho, I fell in love with music when I was 7 years old. And music is absolutely everything in my life. And I love writing music. I was always very athletic and competitive when I was young. I had to play on the boys team. I had to prove that girls can do it just as good as guys. And like, I kind of did. You know, I played on the boys travel team, and when they had to pick players for the all-star team, like, all the boys picked me, because like, pretty good, just saying. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm gonna go ahead and toot it. Toot toot! I also used to skateboard, also pretty nifty at hacky sack. I don't know if any of you follow me on Instagram, but you totally should. Here is my handle, here is my spout. Follow me on Instagram. I post stories, and sometimes I post videos of me playing around with a sock. I like laugh at everything. I also love green juice and make quite a bit of it and pretty much drink it every day. Another fun fact, I like video games. I think they're awesome. I love gadgets, I love midgets, new technology, I want my hands on it and I want to play. I love photography, I love videography. My birthday is August 3rd and I am a Leo. I'm pretty much like a Leo to a T. Like, I even have my mane here, like, come on. I'm a lion. I wear contacts. I'm like blind without my contacts or my glasses, and these contacts are blue. My eyes are actually brown, for those of you that didn't know that and are always asking. They are brown. I love to dance, but I can't. I have like 2 left feet, but I will get out there and shake my caboose. I don't really care what anybody thinks. So if you ever go to a club with me, you might be embarrassed. It's just how it is. I don't think any of you know this, but I'm a pretty spiritual person. I meditate as often as possible, and I believe in the law of attraction. I believe our thoughts create our reality, and it's absolutely essential to keep a positive outlook and to live with love in your heart at all times. And I don't mean that you can't honor your feelings when you're having a really bad day, but I'm about working through it and getting to the core of the issue. I've dedicated a lot of my time the last 10 years of my life to loving myself and knowing my self-worth. It wasn't easy, and there's been a lot of crying and a lot of layers getting peeled back, but it's worth it. I've gone through some really rough times in my life where I did not have it together. My favorite color is green and like aqua and teals. Like, you know, like the green when summer first sets and like all the trees are green and that grass is green. The full of life green. That is my favorite kind of green. It's so good. I love spicy food. Spicier the better. I'm not kidding. Like some people say they like spicy. No, like I like the real spice. Most of the time it is not spicy enough. I want it to be a 10. Growing up, my favorite food was probably my mom's balls. My mom's meatballs. Still to this day, she asks me what the hardest thing about being vegan is, and I say, Mom, not eating your balls, Mom, not eating your balls. But she makes like the best meatballs in the world. I'm trying to get her to make me a vegan meatball, but she hasn't been able to figure it out yet. We'll give her some time. I'm very close with my mom, my sister, and my brother, and basically everybody from my mom's side of the family. My dad took off when I was 17, and I haven't seen him since, which left me with some abandonment issues that I've had to continuously work through. That puts me in a vulnerable state sharing that with you guys. I mean, you guys know everything else about my life. And I think that if there's one person out there that is going through a similar situation, then it's worth it for me to share that with you because it's going to be okay and not everybody in your life is going to abandon you. I am a total 100% hopeless romantic to the core. I love love. So I've been like rambling for a really long time now, so I'm gonna probably go ahead and wrap this up now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share something with me. Tell me something about yourself. I want to hear it. I love you guys all so dearly, and I will talk to you guys next time.